we come to Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. I got a lot to say because where do I even start with this insanely insufferable couple? In 2008, Will and Jada founded their own private school because, of course, they know better than everyone else and every other school around because they are just that in tune and down with it. Their school was the New Village Leadership Academy in Calabasas. It had things like robotics and yoga and karate, study tech, educational concepts. It closed in 2013 due to a lack of funding because apparently even Will Smith couldn't keep vibes based education afloat. Willow, meanwhile, that's all right. She later tried 1 year of regular school, one. And her review, it was, and I quote, the best experience, but the worst experience because I was so depressed. Here we go. Sound familiar? Yeah. Depressed. So instead of telling their daughter to do what everyone else does, tough it out, or I don't know, go to therapy, she was allowed to leave. Totally normal way to raise a child and also legal, I guess. It's a totally normal parenting decision, of course, because when Willow was 10 years old, 10, not even gone through puberty yet, she had already had a single called Whip My Hair, and writing the success of said single, she was sent out on tour with Justin Bieber. I don't know how people weren't furious about this. She's later talked about it, and she said she was overwhelmed and freaked out. And in Dublin, Willow, still freaked out, told her daddy Will that she wanted to quit. She was done. She didn't like it. She was overwhelmed. She was freaked out, as a 10-year-old on their own might be, playing to a gazillion screaming fans. FYI. Will's advice to this 10-year-old, finish your commitments. Okay, now let's be clear. This is not a commitment to show up and read to nursing home people like I did when I was a kid. This is not a commitment to mow your neighbor's lawn. No, this was a commitment to stay on an international tour and be objectified by thousands of screaming fans. That's right. Meanwhile, it's also a commitment that, frankly, she wasn't even old enough to legally agree to. This is a commitment her dad kind of got her into, you know? So anyway, the next morning, this 10-year-old child smartly shaved her head completely bald because it was literally the only power she had left to make that tour stop. And with a bald head, she was then released from said tour because, you know, didn't look good. They didn't want a bald child on the tour. It looks weird for them, right? Years later, on her mother's talk show, you know, Red Table Talk, which I could get into, but I shall not, Willow revealed that after the tour, she spiraled into a severe mental health crisis, describing being plunged into a black hole that included self-harm at 10 years old. Meanwhile, her brother Jaden has also been open about his own struggles with depression, anxiety, isolation, and as an adult, and by that we mean an 18-year-old, turned to supervised psychedelic therapy to deal with it. Instead of, I don't know, talk therapy? What? Or Prozac? I don't know. That's all right. Just go straight to the mushrooms, kid. I mean, this is also a guy who went viral telling everyone to drop out of school because who needs school when your parents hand you a career? I mean, since he was a child, he has tried acting. Daddy put him in all his movies, music, and is now somehow, with no training whatsoever, no schooling, the creative director of Christian Louboutin. which has gotten him mocked internationally. In my mind, rightfully so. All you have to do is look at some of his, frankly, lousy derivative designs. And while the international mocking has probably made him depressed, frankly, if you're going to go there, you got to deal with it and deal with it in a really healthy way instead of just asking for more. The constant pivot at the age of 22 or whatever the hell he is now. Meanwhile, through it all, Will and Jada stayed laser focused on the important things: their careers, their books, their brands, and their famously open, weird-ass marriage. To them, I say, good job, guys. Great. You raised two kids who clearly needed real parents back in the day. Big kiss and lots of love from me and this guy, Dougal, as you might know him, Turd Bird. All right. Mwah. Have a wonderful week. I will see you guys soon.